Greetings one and all. How is everybody doing? I hope well. It is October 4th and I'm back out at the shelter again. I'm very pleased to announce no one's been here again. Ha! That's just what I wanted. I don't want people coming out to my camp and messing it up. It's exactly how I left it. Bonus, trekking out in the woods instead of just pulling off the side of the road. No one's even used the fire pit, which I'm very pleased. Everything is just as I left. So the shelter is still standing and in good shape. I've got some plans today for it, which I'm going to do on video. The only thing I lugged out here so far, I still have to go back and get my pack. But I stopped at on the way in, there's a stream crossing. And I gathered all these rocks. These are going to line my fire pit. Now I know what you might be thinking, well wait a minute, you pulled those from a stream, so they're probably full of water, they might explode. Well, the stream had dried up and it had sat there all summer without any water in it. So I'm not worried about moisture being in the rocks. And if they do explode, well that would really suck. And I hope I get it on video so you guys can say, told you so. Told you so. Not that I would go around wanting to put myself at risk. But we'll just see what happens, because I am planning on doing a fire today. I got some lunch planned. I got some shelter work to do. This is part... I don't even know what part it is, because the truth be told, I haven't finished edit. I haven't even started editing the last video from the last trip. And at this point, October 4th, I haven't even uploaded the first segment yet. I just put up the last segment, the Fireside Lunch, which I'll link below for you, where I went out, I made a 3-part video of making a fire, and then the 4th part was my lunch. Then I've got like 2 other videos up after that, and then I'll start uploading these. Whew, much to do. So let me get cracking on the fire. I gotta go up and get my stuff first, my backpack and my other gear. I've got a few ideas what I'm gonna do today. Some things I want to think about doing now that I'm actually out here and having a better look at things. Yeah, so let's get cracking. I'll trek out to my car, get my backpack, and I'll come back and I'll probably do the fire pit first and then start working on the shelter. So I will be back. Alrighty. Had to go lug up all my junk. Not really sure how I'm going to do this yet. Just going to lay them out. Just going to go from there. One advantage being heavy. Oh, the only advantage really, but whatever. Oh, nice push down. Sweet. Okay, so they don't all go to the end, and you know, to me that's fine because you don't really burn on the end anyway. I just wanted to elevate the ground so there's a barrier between that and the roots. But you know, every time I've had a fire here, I've never had a problem. Knock on wood. But I'm happy with that. I probably could have dug it out a little bit more, threw some of the dirt away, but yeah, you know, I'm not worried about it. Plus, being nice and flat, I can just shovel up the ashes and whatnot and dispose of them as time goes on. So I think the fire pit is mostly complete, although I'm still going to do a reflector, but I'm going to do that at a later date. So alrighty, time to attach these to the main pole. Now I posted a photograph on Facebook of my shelter and the progress, and someone had suggested zip ties. In fact, my buddy William, shout out to you, brother, had posted or suggested these as a way of securing your logs on your shelter. Now, since this is going to be a permanent shelter, I thought, you know, that's not a bad idea. If I can get the package open, because I'm not planning on taking the shelter down unless Mr. Lawman comes by and makes me take it down. I picked these up at Lowe's for, wow, they don't even go all the way around. I got 14 inches and they're not long enough. Damn. Alright, that totally sucks. I got the wrong size. They don't even go around. I was planning on just doing two around like this. And they don't even fit. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so lesson today, make sure you get long enough ties. I thought 14 inches would be enough, but apparently no. That's disappointing. Okay, well, plan B. Damn. Alright. So, bad news. The zip ties were not long enough. I thought 14 inches would be enough. Apparently it's not. So, note to everybody watching and wants to make shelter. And because I'm a dumbass, I also forgot my bank line. And I didn't accidentally forget it. So, I don't have any way of lashing the parts together, and there isn't a Lowe's anywhere near here. So, I'm kind of screwed. There is a store up at the pass, but I don't know if I want to run all the way up there just see if they have long zip ties. And I forgot cordage. Damn. Well, that's a total like preparedness fail on my part. Now what are you gonna do? I can still do other things. I can still do other videos today, so it's not a total loss. I'm still gonna do lunch. I'm still gonna do a fire. I can still go and cut. In fact, I brought out my bundle. This is some plastic I was gonna show you. And then I've got a space blanket and a shovel, which I'm going to do, I'm going to do a test fit of the plastic, which I'm going to do right now, to see if it's long enough. If need be, I'm going to go back to Lowe's and get another, if I have to, I'll go to Lowe's and just get some more plastic. So if this is not long enough, which I don't remember how long it was. I actually found this at a trailhead, so it's a real thick, it must be at least 6 mil. I mean, it's a good thick plastic. So this is going to go over my shelter, this is going to go on the inside, this is going to go over the top. So I'm going to do a test fit of this to see if I need more and go from there, and I'll get the camera angle so you can see. I really can't believe I forgot my cordage. it's not in there. Damn. You know, I didn't even unpack the pack, so I don't know how I managed to take it out. That's not smart. You know, is it a game changer? Not really. I mean, it's supposed to rain next week, which is why I wanted to get the top on at least and get it all secured. So if I cut pieces, I can stick them underneath and go from there. But if I can, I'll just try to come out again this next week, and go get and stop at Lowe's on my way home and get the proper zip ties, as long as I can get this time. I really can't believe that 14 inches wasn't long enough. See, I opened the one package up too, so I don't know if I can return them. But you know, it's $3, so I'll see if I can return the one or just swap it for a longer one, and then I'll just come back out with longer ones. I could loop them together, but I don't know if that would work on the top. But it's not a tragic loss. I mean, I'm not far from the car, and you know, I'll just adjust. But for right now, I'm gonna get the plastic on the shelter and see what it looks like, and I'll get the camera fixed. So to my shame and embarrassment, this tarp actually has several holes in it. Well, maybe you can see that. I can't see through the screen. Maybe you can see the light through there. Because like a dumbass, I was doing some fire videos at the park. I had this laying on the table. I put the sheet pan on top, and it got hot and melted through. I didn't even think about it. But I did buy another one, so I have another one of these. So we're good on that. Alrighty, so what I did is I took the zip tie and I secured the tarp down, which is my plan from the beginning. And then I have all the reflectiveness pushing the heat back at me. And then I just secured it to the other side. I wanted to kind of overlap it, but you know, it's only 5x7, which kind of gives you an idea how long it's going to be. So, and I had to zip them down because the slightest little breeze just was blowing the tarp up. And I knew that was going to happen. It's like 1/8 of a mile per hour wind will just mess your tarp up. That's kind of what it's looking like. Now the reflectiveness is going to hopefully drive the heat back down on me. And then I'm going to get the plastic out and see how it looks, and see if I have to buy more, or buy a bigger sheet. As I stated, I totally found this, so it was a good score. We showed up at a trailhead, and they were just laying there on the ground. As you can see, that's some seriously thick plastic. Looks like this is a long one. So I definitely plan to trim these down, which will make it more flush. But I'm pretty happy with that, actually. I'm gonna do the same on the other end because I get this piece here sticking up. So this I'm gonna trim off, and these I'm gonna trim off and get it level. But what I'm seeing is, even as long as it is, it doesn't go down to the ground. So I'm going to need 2 side pieces. I'm going to need 2 pieces for the side, I think. So I want to close in the back side and the 2 sides. Then what I'm going to do with the back is I'm going to basically I'm gonna fill this entire back with dirt. So I'm just gonna continue just because there's a tree right here, and it's been turned over. So I'm gonna start grabbing all this dirt from here, and I'm just gonna start throwing it at the base of this, and just fill in the whole bottom. Just completely fill it in. But I'm gonna need parts for the side. And I'm going to need parts for the other side. So I'm going to need at least 2 separate pieces. Now the front, I think I'm going to leave. And when I come out, all I can simply do is just pull this up. In here, yeah. Just tuck it out of the way. And just, or put like a pebble, like inside the plastic here. Can't see that. I guess you can't see that at all. So what I'm thinking about doing is like putting a pebble or something in here and just tying this back when I'm here at camp. And when I leave, I can just pull this down and it will add to the waterproofness. Now, I'm thinking super shelter too, but that would only mean if I went all the way down to the ground. But if it's raining, a couple of things I can do is I could potentially tie, do a tie out here and pull this up so it will add to the waterproofness if it's raining, and actually pull this out. I could just do a rock or just do a pinch. As you can see that. Cameraman, it would be nice. Just do a pinch and a slip knot and just pull it back. Just pull it back somewhere over here and tie it off with some bank line. And that way I'll have extended coverage while I'm sitting here at camp. Or I could just build like a little frame out and just have it permanently out and just cover it with boughs and whatever else I can find. That might work too. Or slightly elevate it. Because I don't think the fire will affect it too much if it's up high. So that's an option to consider. But I think that will do nicely. With the reflective blanket underneath and the dirt piled up in the back, I don't think wind is going to get in there. I mean, of course I'm going to straighten it all out. I'm not going to cut it, but I will adjust it. And I have to trim off those pieces like I said. I can fill in the whole back. In fact, I can just throw all kinds of dirt, debris. I want to do a couple of cross sections across and just throw debris on top because I want to make it as concealed as possible. So I'm gonna walk away. In fact, I'll be back. I'm gonna go walk away from camp and see how it looks from a distance.